Cedartown High School basketball.
He dunks it!
Lays it up. Got
yes!
it! Three-pointer try.
Yes! Cedartown wins!
It's time for Cedartown High School Bulldogs basketball right here on WGAA 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app and Facebook Live. And now, let's head down to courtside for today's action.
Welcome in to Cedartown High School Bulldogs basketball on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, along with Sam Branch. Andrew Carter here with you from the Doghouse. In this single game of the day on the Big AA, we've got the boys basketball team taking on the Haralson County Rebels, the Cedartown varsity boys, 1-3 on the season versus the Haralson County Rebels at 4-3 on the season. The Bulldogs with, I guess you would say, Sam, a disappointing loss a week ago today to the Temple Tigers. Let's pause for the national anthem. All right, there's your national anthem. We're just about ready to officially get this game underway with the introduction of the starting lineups, Cedartown Bulldogs and the Haralson County Rebels. We'll start with the Haralson County Rebels, who come into the ball game with a 4-3 record. However, they are 0-3 in their region so far. Number one getting the start for them, and that is Ansley Spradlin. I'm sorry, Cam. So we got number one, Cam Nakutis. Also, number 5, Jack Biggers. Number 10, Chandler McBrayer. Number 12, Sky Rutherford. We'll get to the rest of the starting lineups here in just a moment. For the Cedartown Bulldogs, it's going to be number 1 for the Bulldogs.
So it's going to be number 1, Hayden Rittenhouse. Number 2, DJ Watley. Number 2, Xavier Holiday. Number 3, DJ Watley. It's going to be number 5, Isaiah Johnson. And then number 21, Quinlan.
Did not have my rosters in front of me, so I couldn't see what I was
doing. That's okay. Well,
doing.
We're about 10 minutes ahead of schedule, actually.
Yes.
They kind of rushed this one on us. I believe I handed you an extra.
Yes.
Haralson County.
Yes, you did.
There we go. Now we might be able to.
Let me just say this, though, and Coach Cherry actually asked me, would it be a problem if we started early? Asked me, and I was like, nobody's ever asked me that before.
I know, that's nice. That is nice.
Well, tipping at the line for Cedartown, of course, will be Quinlan Cawthorn, and number 12 for them. And to tell you all about it, my good friend and partner, Sam Branch, with the call.
Thank you, Andrew Carter. It will be Quinlan and number 12, Sky Rutherford. And the tip is going to go to the Cedartown Bulldogs. DJ Watley will give it off to Xavier Holiday. Holiday working from right to left. Quickly, a three-pointer on the way from Rittenhouse is long. And it's going to be saved by Isaiah Johnson. And there's Quinlan Cawthorn there to get it right back for us. To Watley, over to Holiday, back to Watley, back to Holiday, right side again. Now they're going to try to work it down low and off the glass, and Quinlan Cawthorn puts the Bulldogs on top first, 2-0.
That's good. Get them open down low for Quinlan Cawthorn. The Dogs are pressing on this inbounds pass. 2-0 the score.
Over to the right side, it's going to be McBrayer. McBrayer in the corner. He's going to try to work it underneath. Now they'll have to come back outside with number 4, Rashad Smith. Now to the top of the key to Cam Nakutis. Now over to the far left side, and it's going to be Biggers. Biggers trying to work it underneath. Shot no good, rebounded by Watley. He gives it up to Holiday. Holiday is going to push it over to the left side. It's going to be Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse goes back to Holiday. Holiday back to Rittenhouse, pulls the trigger on a three, and that one is good from Hayden Rittenhouse in the right corner.
He was left wide open there, Sam, able to get that one to go easily, and the Bulldogs have struck first 5-0, and a steal.
It's going to be Xavier Holiday off the steal. He takes it in, can't get that one to go. Rebounded by DJ Watley for a moment, then out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Haralson County, so it will stay with the Bulldogs. Cedartown wearing their home white uniforms with black numbers and letters trimmed in red, and then trim of red and black, and Haralson County wearing their road blues, white letters and numbers trimmed in red. Inbounds pass goes to Cawthron. Cawthron off the back glass. Can't get it to go. Loose ball saved by Haralson County in the corner. It's going to be Smith. Smith over to the left side to Hudson. Hudson goes back to the top. Now they'll work it around. Biggers at the top of the key. Now he's going to get off to Hudson. Hudson's going to dish underneath to McBrayer. McBrayer's going to dish to the left side. Three on the way from the Rebels. No good. Rebounded by DJ Watley. Watley gives it up to Holiday. Holiday across the timeline. Far right side. Rittenhouse again. Three, and it's good. Hayden Rittenhouse is hot from beyond the arc, and the Bulldogs have an 8-0 lead.
It's a high arcing three-pointer easily in there for the Bulldogs. 8-0. Love it.
Top of the key now to Smith. Smith's going to work to his left. Now has to come back. Holiday will pick him up there. They'll go to the left side to Hutton. Hutton back to the top of the key to McBrayer. McBrayer over to the right side. Three on the way from Smith. No good. The putback from the Rebels is still no good. Loose ball. Put back again. No good. Quinlan Cawthron knocks it away. Haralson County comes away with it. The little floater from Smith is no good, but he's fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line to shoot two.
We're going to get Hayden Rittenhouse on the foul there for the Bulldogs. Dogs had a chance to get a wide-open rebound but couldn't get it earlier, and then Haralson County was able to force it away. And now we've got their first chance from the free throw line, number 4, Rashawn Smith to the line.
First one's up and no good off the back side of the rim. You know, Andrew, I feel like that these Saturday mid-afternoon games, especially when they're the single games like this, can be tricky for teams because you're not exactly coming in with a lot of hype. Cedartown was off last night with no game. Shot on the way is no good. Rittenhouse comes away with the rebound, so you never know. Are you going to catch a team sleeping? And right now it looks like Haralson County's a little slow to start. We're going to have a foul called. It's going to be against the Bulldogs, it looks like. And they're going to call number 22, who's not on the floor.
It's got to be 21.
It's got to be. That's going to be
Quinlan
against
Cawthron.
Quinlan Cawthron, and that's going to be his first, which is team foul number 2 for the Bulldogs.
By the way, the JV team won 51-31 previous game to this one, the JV boys, so congrats to them on a good win. And
Bulldogs in on a press. They almost get a steal, but Haralson County will push it down the floor, far side. 3 on the way from beyond the arc. No good. Rebounded on the backside by Rutherford. Rutherford's going to try to dish underneath, but he almost throws it away. Cam's there to pick it back up. And we're going to go back to Rutherford. He's going to kick out. 3 on the way from Matthew Hudson is no good. Loose ball. Haralson County comes away with it. Cedartown having trouble rebounding on this possession. It's going to be Jack Biggers over to the left side to Cam. Cam on the wing. Now he's going to swing it to Rutherford. Now they'll work it down low in the lane. Shot no good. Rebounded by Holiday. Finally, the Bulldogs get the ball back on this possession. Holiday's going to drive all the way, and it's in. And that's Xavier Holiday's first basket in a week.
Yeah, that's good to see ex-Holiday finally getting a basket, and maybe he can get hot here on this in this ball game.
10-0 your score. Dogs lead, under 5 to play in the first period. Biggers over to the left side. It's going to be the Rutherford. Now they'll swing it to the left side to Cam. Cam's going to try to work around Isaiah Johnson. Drives the lane. Floater is no good. Rebound by Cawthron. Cawthron gives it up to Holiday. Quickly, the Bulldogs moving in transition over to the far right side. Going to try to drive the baseline. Now they'll kick out. Oh, they try to get it to Rittenhouse, but it's stolen by Biggers. Biggers with the pickoff still can't get it to go, but there is a foul called, and it's going to be on Isaiah Johnson.
That'll be his first foul and the second team foul for the Bulldogs. Non-shooting foul. It'll be on the floor, so looks like the Rebels will sit it in bounds.
Andrews, Haralson County still looking for their first basket, and we're 4.5 minutes to go here in the first. They thought about a 3, did Rutherford. Instead, he'll drive the lane. Now the kick out to Biggers. Biggers, he wants to pull the trigger on a 3. He'll fire one, and that one is good. And just like that, the Rebels are on the board.
We had 2 chances for the 3 there, Sam. He was defended there for the Bulldogs. I think it might have been Holiday or Watley. I think it was Holiday who was on the defense, but when he jumped past him, he was able to set back up and was wide open for the 3.
Over to the right side is Hayden Rittenhouse. He's hit twice from beyond the arc. Tries to give it to Cawthron, but they throw it away. But Watley is there to pick it up. Now they'll work it back to Quinlan. Quinlan's going to drive the lane. He's going to try to use his size 360 spin in the lane, and that's just pretty as can be. You could put that on a postcard.
That was just what you needed to do after that three-pointer, respond with points of your own. Dogs lead by 11.
They're going to try to work it in the lane as Haralson County. 360 spin of their own. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Watley.
Check that 9, Sam. Math does not work on the weekends.
It does not. It's a little bit different. Rittenhouse going to try to drive the baseline, but he's going to be forced out of bounds. So that will be a turnover, and subs coming in for the Rebels. Looks like number 4, Rayshawn Smith, is going to check back into the game. And also number 22, which we do not have on our roster for the Rebels.
Got plenty of other names on there, but no 22.
Cam with it over to the right side. Is going to give it to Hudson. Hudson going to work it back to the top to number 22, the unnamed player, and then they'll go to Smith. Smith thought about driving, but Holiday is there to shut him down. Has to work it back outside. Now over to the left side to Smith. Smith works it back to the top of the key. Drives the lane. Carries the ball with him, and they will call the travel.
Sure
good call.
will. I mean, it was about as obvious as you can get right there. The defense was able to get the stop there, force the turnover. They stopped play for a late check-in for Haralson County.
Yeah, it's going to be number 13, Matthew Horton, that checks in for the Rebels. And Xavier Holiday will bring it down the floor for the Dogs. Top of the key, going to work to the left side, Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse going to work it back to Holiday. Holiday trying to get it down low to Cawthron. Cawthron on the baseline, goes all the way under the basket, 360 hook, and it's good.
That's pretty right there. He was right below the basket, was able to kind of sling that up there with his long arms. We got to fight for the ball on the floor. And do they get timeout called? Jump ball. And the Dogs will get it. I think the Haralson County player down there was trying to call time, but jump ball had already been indicated by the official, but it will stay with the Rebels, rather.
Smith over to the left side to Horton. Horton going to work it to the left wing to Hudson. Now they'll try to give and go. Off the glass, and it is good from number 5, Jake Biggers.
That's the first basket they've had from underneath. They have a three-pointer, but 14-5 now the score.
Holiday working to Cawthron. Cawthron on the baseline. Again, 360 spin, and I tell you what, that one was in and out.
Yeah.
But if Haralson County can't get an answer for that, it might be a long afternoon for the Rebels. Over to the left side. Owen is thrown away, but picked up by Hudson. Hudson will work it back to the middle to Smith. Smith's going to drive the baseline. That acrobatic shot would not go. Rebounded by Isaiah Johnson. He gives it up to Holiday. Holiday on the right side. Now they'll go to Watley. Watley top of the key. He's going to work to the left side to Xavier Holiday. Holiday going to creep in. He's going to do a little 360 spin of his own in the lane, and they're going to get a foul called, and Xavier Holiday should go to the free throw line to shoot 2. It's going to be on number 5 in blue, and that is Jake Biggers. That is his first and the first team foul on Haralson County here in quarter number 1. So Xavier Holiday to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Or this afternoon, I should say. The first one is up and no good. Hit off the front of the rim and rolled out. Aston Turner is going to check into the game for the Dogs. He will relieve Isaiah Johnson, and Davion Smith is waiting in the wings for Xavier Holiday. 14-5 is your score. Right at 2 minutes left to play here in period number 1. And the second one from Holiday is up and good. He's got 3 on the afternoon, and that takes the Bulldogs to a 15-5 score and a 10-point lead here at home against the Haralson County Rebels.
You like to see it, especially after the tough losses we've had over the past couple of games.
Hudson with it. Going to work back to the middle of the floor. They're going to give it to Biggers. Biggers top of the key. Tries to go around his man. Goes to the lane. Drives too hard off the back of the iron. Rebounded by Watley. Watley pulls it down. He's going to push it up the far side of the court. Now they're going to work down low to Cawthron. Cawthron on the baseline off the glass. Just too hard, but the second attempt is good. And Quinlan Cawthron has 8 on the afternoon so far.
This is the kind of day we've been wanting to see from Quinlan Cawthron since the beginning of the season. And already we're starting to see that intensity on the rise for him.
Biggers thought about a 3. He had to pull it down. Drives the lane. Shot was no good. Loose ball picked up by Aston Turner. Turner will give it up to Watley. Watley brings it across the timeline for the Dogs. Now he'll hold up there. They'll work to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse to Cawthron. Down low. 360 in the lane. No good. Cawthron with his own rebound to put back. And Quinlan Cawthron is having a game for himself so far, young man. That's 10 on the afternoon, and it's 19-5.
I think it's the Quinlan Cawthron show right now here in this first quarter.
We will take every bit of it. Oh, that block by Aston Turner. Loose ball pulled down by Haralson County. Biggers over to the right side to Smith. Smith's going to drive. Off the baseline, glass, no good. Rebound, DJ Watley comes away with it, and he is fouled once, twice, 3 times a lady, and they finally get the call.
Let's see who they get. They got number 2 on the foul. That's Matthew Hudson in his first. Looks like DJ Watley will take a rest for the Bulldogs. Number 4 comes into the ball game. That's Diamond Paisley. So getting some fresh legs in there for the Bulldogs. Davion Smith will bring it down the floor with 45 seconds.
Smith across the timeline at the Bulldog logo. Top of the key, going to work to the right side to Zane Diamond Paisley. He's going to work back to the middle of the floor. Now they'll go to Turner. Turner to Johnson. Johnson over to Holiday. Holiday drives the lane, gives it to Smith. Smith kicks back out. Zane Diamond Paisley, top of the key, over to the right side to Turner. Turner from straight away. He's going to drive the lane, splits a defender, goes up for a shot, and he's fouled with 23 seconds left to play here in the first. We'll wait for the call from the official.
And they're going to get number 4, Rashawn Smith, on the foul, his first. And the Rebels have 3 so far in this period with 23 seconds to go.
Ashton Turner to the free throw line for the first time this afternoon. The first shot is up, high off the glass, no good. Cedartown with a 19-5 lead in the latter parts here of the first period. 23 seconds and change remaining. Second one on the way from Turner. Again, high, arcing off the back of the rim, dribbles around a few times, and it is knocked away by Isaiah Johnson, and it's going to be Haralson County basketball with the Rebel coming up limping. That's going to be number 55 for the Rebels, the big man, who is, again, the no-named player. So we've got a couple on the Rebels roster that
it's like he's favoring his hamstring. They're gonna check him out of the game, I guess.
Or not.
I suppose not. He's really favoring that hamstring on his right leg.
Cedartown, full court press, but Smith will break it. Over to the right side, they try to work it down low to number 55, and it's out of bounds just off of his fingertips. And it'll be Cedartown basketball with right at 19 left to play here in the first. Inbounds pass will go to Davion Smith, the freshman for the Bulldogs. Will bring it down the hardwoods. Across the timeline, far side. They're going to hold for the last second shot. Shot clock, of course, is off. And they turn it over. It's going to be Rashawn Smith. He's going to bring it down the floor for the Rebels. Off the glass, Isaiah Johnson. Smart move there, let him go. The shot was no good. Johnson with the rebound. The half-court shot. Oh, and it's almost in.
Oh, man, it was
in
close.
In and out, no good.
Close.
But what a way to close out the first period of play. 19-5 is your score. The Bulldogs with a big lead. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Zane Diamond Paisley fired a three off the inbounds pass to start the second period. It was no good, out of bounds, last touch by the Dogs, so the Rebels with it. Cam, a little 12-foot floater, can't get that one to go. Rebounded by Diamond Paisley. He's going to push it up the floor. The same 5 on the floor that ended the first period. Isaiah Johnson a 3 on the way. That one's just long. Ashton Turner on the backside trying to get the rebound, and it's going to be knocked away. Last touch by the Dogs, so Haralson County will get it back. Again, your score 19-5 as we open second period of play here from the Doghouse. Sam Branch alongside Andrew Carter for Saturday afternoon basketball. Rashawn Smith with a basket for the Rebels. That's his first.
He was wide open on that pass down low.
19-7. Xavier Holiday with it over the left side to Davion Smith. Now they'll go back to Johnson, back to Smith. Smith's going to fire a long 3. It's off to the right, no good. Rebounded by the Rebels. Cedartown getting ready to put their starting 5 back on the floor. Rashawn's going to try to drive, and he is fouled, but it's going to be on the floor. That's going to be on Davion Smith, which will be his first.
They're going to sub out 3 for the Bulldogs. Looks like Smith's going to come out. Ashton Turner's going to come out. And looks like number 5, Isaiah Johnson, will come out. So you've got the original starting 5 back out there for the Bulldogs.
Inbounds pass on the way from the Rebels. It goes to the left side to Rayshawn Smith. Smith on the wing, tries to work around Holiday. Now he's going to drive the baseline, knocked away. Oh, Xavier Holiday knocked it away. But they're going to get him on the foul.
He picks up the foul. That is his first, I believe. Team number 2 here in this period already, just less than a minute into it.
So the Rebels are going to inbound it from underneath their own basket. They get it to number 55, now to Smith, now to Cam. Cam on the outside. They'll give it to Hudson. Hudson fires a 3, and it is good.
They're going to whistle something. I guess looks like number 55 for Haralson County. They're going to let him tie his shoe. Stop play for that. 6:54 to go, and that three-pointer makes it a 9-point game again, 19-10.
Inbounds pass will go into Xavier Holiday. Holiday's going to get the call from the sideline from Coach Cherry. Now he'll bring it across the timeline, and they'll call it. They'll go to the right side to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse, who is hit from beyond the arc already, goes right back to Holiday. Holiday to Cawthorn. Cawthorn tracks down the loose ball. He's going to 360 spin in the lane. The shot is up. It's off. It's marked. No good. Rebounded by the Rebels. It's going to be Rayshawn Smith. Smith will bring it down the floor. Far side. Now he'll go to the wing to Rutherford. Rutherford down low to 55. Kick out. Little floater. Won't go. Rebounded by number 55. The shot was no good, and they're going to get Hayden Rittenhouse on the foul.
Hayden was just crying out to the official, I got all ball, I got all ball. And he may have, but that will send that big number 55 to the free throw line. Now we have a timeout called by Coach Cherry. We'll take it with him. It's a 30-second timeout with 6:19 to go in the first half. Cedartown Bulldogs basketball back after this 30-second timeout.
Bradford's Drugstore on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Number 55 for the Rebels will go to the free throw line for the first time this afternoon. Haralson County in a 9-point deficit. First free throw attempt is up, and it is good. Make that 8. 19-11 your score, 6:20 left to play here in the first half. Second one on the way, and that one is off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Watley. Watley in the corner is going to give it up to Holiday. Holiday's going to work it down the floor, top of the key, left side. Now he's going to drive. Takes it all the way to the glass. No good. Rebounded by Cawthorn, and the putback is good, and Quinlan Cawthorn has 12.
12 over 21 is 21-11. Now back to a 10-point game and an interception.
DJ Watley with the steal. Takes it across half court, works to the left side, drives the lane. Oh, and they're going to get him for the travel, and he did.
He sure did. He tried to fake the shot, but when he did that, his feet came back down to the floor, and the ref was right there to call it, and the official had a good eye on that.
Cedartown with the full court pressure causes some issues for the Rebels, but they were able to get it in. They'll go to number 12 now, Rutherford. Rutherford works it underneath to Rayshawn Smith. Shot is no good. Loose ball picked up by Watley. Quinlan Cawthorn there to knock it away from the Rebels' big center that was trying to go for that rebound as well. They'll give it up to Holiday over on the far side. Holiday with it now, going to direct traffic. Gives it to Diamond Paisley. He goes to the free throw line, takes a shot, and Zane Diamond Paisley is on the board.
23-11 with 5:30 to go. And the Dogs still playing some very aggressive defense.
Cam drives the baseline off the back glass. Oh, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Cawthorn. Cawthorn to Holiday. Holiday ahead to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse to Diamond Paisley in the lane. Oh, he was fouled.
Oh, man.
But no call. Rebounded by Haralson County, and they are going to call a foul, and it'll be against the Dogs.
Yeah, they're going to get Hayden Rittenhouse on the foul. That's his second or third. He's already up to 3 fouls here in the second. That's just a foul that should not have been made, and it's not Hayden's fault. The play should have been whistled dead about 5 seconds
Well,
earlier.
it should have been whistled dead as soon as Zane Diamond Paisley went up for that layup when he was fouled, but it wasn't.
And got slapped down to the floor.
You are right on that, Andrew Carter. So
Thomas
Rittenhouse
Robertson
will
is
come
in
out
for him.
Yep. Haralson County gets it in past the press. 3-point attempt on the way. No good. And Quinlan Cawthorn is there for the save and the give back to Holiday. Holiday goes around his defender. He's going to drive, takes it coast to coast, and a chance to make it a 3-point play with the basket and the foul.
That was great. Good job there by Holiday.
And how many times, Andrew, have we seen Xavier Holiday do that over the last 4 years?
Sky Rutherford picks up his first foul on that one. Sends Holiday to the free throw line for an and one.
Xavier, second trip to the free throw line. He's 1 for 2 so far. Trying to go 2 for 3. Shot on the way from X is up off the back of the iron, no good. Rebounded by the Rebels. It's going to be number 5, Biggers. He's going to work it over to the left side to Rayshawn Smith. Now they'll go to the wing. Haralson loses it for a moment, get it back. Smith going to work it underneath the give and go. But the Bulldog defense just collapsed down and blocked that lane for Smith. And they come away with the rebound. And on the other end, Diamond Paisley again working hard off the back glass.
Wow.
And Zane Diamond Paisley makes it 27-11. Haralson County, they're blocked right at the half-court line, but they give it up to Smith. Smith's going to try to drive the baseline. Can't get that to go on the kickback. They give it to Quinlan Cawthorn, the big man, bringing it down the floor for the Dogs. He'll back it out now. Now he's going to drive the baseline off the back glass, and he was fouled hard, and they will call that one.
He got slapped in the head by the defender for Haralson County. Number 10 picks it up. That's Chandler McBrayer, and that's foul number 1 on him.
At this point, though, Andrew, I'm not quite sure you can blame Haralson for playing that type of aggressive, tough defense, which is really just fouling, and see if they'll call it, because they don't have any other answer for the big man in Quinlan Cawthorn. First free throw attempt is in and out. Cawthorn with 12 points on the afternoon so far. DJ Watley is going to get a breather, and Isaiah Johnson will go out for him. Haralson doing some realignment down low. And Cawthorn gets set for his second free throw attempt. That one is up, and a high arcing shot, and it is good. 28-11 is your score. Bulldogs lead here at home. Over to the left side is Biggers. They'll work it back to Cam at the top of the key.
Almost had a stolen pass there by Holiday.
They'll give it back to Biggers. Biggers on the right wing. Now he's going to try to work down low. Oh, and they're going to get Isaiah Johnson. I have to agree with Isaiah on that one. He got up and looked a little frustrated. That looked like just good defense right there. But he got the body in the way, and so they called it, and that's going to be Isaiah's second. And that is going to send Haralson County to the free throw line to shoot 2 from here on out. They are in the bonus figure.
Ashton Turner is going to check in the game at the next buzzer. Already 5 fouls. You're right, Sam. 5 fouls. We're not even halfway through the period. That's no good on the first free throw there from number 5, Jack Biggers. And that will send Isaiah out of the ball game, and Turner is in there. He'll be rebounding there at the post.
Biggers gets set. Second free throw attempt is up off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Quinlan Cawthorn. The big man will give it up to Holiday. Holiday on the near side. Back to Cawthorn, top of the key. Faked out the 3, then he drives the lane and just lets it kiss off the glass. It's no good, but he gets his own rebound, and the putback is good, and he's got a chance to make it. Another 3-point play from Quinlan Cawthorn.
Is that number 1? No, number 10. Chandler McBrayer picks up his second foul. The official kind of gave us the number backwards. 3:52 to go, and the and one coming from Quinlan Cawthorn having himself a day here on this Saturday. And that's good. 31-11. Dogs up by 20.
We've heard a 20-point deficit already in this season, but it's been when we trailed by 20.
That's right.
What a turn of events to watch us here at home against the Rebels, who are 4-3 on the season, and we've got a 20-point lead on them. Cam's going to drive it coast to coast off the inbounds pass. Thomas Robertson comes away with the loose ball rebound. He'll give it up to Davion Smith. Smith on the far side.
But you can thank Quinlan Cawthorn for some defense down low.
Yes, you can. Zane Diamond Paisley fires a 3, and that one is good. We're cooking on both ends of the court today.
34-11. 3.5 to go in the half.
Right side to Rutherford. Thought about a three, had to pull it down. Gives to Cam, top of the key. Left side to McBrayer. McBrayer is going to give it back to Rutherford. He's going to try to drive the lane. And Quinlan Cawthon there with the block, the rebound, and he gives it to Smith. Near side, Davion Smith will bring it all the way down the floor for the Dogs. Zane Diamond Paisley on the wing. Wanted to pull another three. Gives it back to Smith. He pulls a three, and it's in and out. No good. Rebounded by Cam. Cam for the Rebels will bring it down the court. Across the timeline. Left side to Rutherford. Rutherford now they're going to kick it to the left wing. They're going to go to McBrayer, right back to Cam, and they're going to get a foul on Turner. Aston Turner called for his first, but unfortunately that will send the Rebels back to the free throw line again, and this time it is going to be number 1, Cam.
Holiday is going to go back into the ball game as, well, maybe not. They were going to pull him back in, and the officials are going to wait for one shot here before they bring him in.
And that is customary there. So first one on the way from Cam is off the back of the iron. No good. Now the subs can come in. So Xavier Holiday will come in, and Zane Diamond Paisley will come out.
Not a bad performance from the bench by Diamond Paisley.
Not
the
at
freshman.
all. 7 points coming off the bench, all 7 of them here in this second period of play. Second free throw attempt is up, and it is good. So that makes it 34-12. Holiday, top of the key, left side to Robertson. Robertson to Cawthon. Cawthon on the baseline. 360 spin, has it knocked away. Loose ball, but Cawthon's going to pick it back up, and he's going to go right back to the basket with it. Can't get it to go. His rebound, the second attempt, no good. And it's a loose ball picked up by the Rebels. It's going to be Haralson County on the far side, and Rayshawn Smith. He'll bring it across the timeline. Now he's going to try to drive the lane, has to kick out to Cam. Cam on the right side, back to Smith, top of the key. He's going to work to his left. Now they'll give it up to Biggers. Biggers is going to take it, and he's going to let it finger roll in, and that's going to be his first basket of this second period. And it's back to a 20-point lead for the Bulldogs, 34-14. Quinlan Cawthon on the baseline. Kick out to Holiday. Holiday thought about a three, pulled it down. Now he'll go over to the far side. Quinlan, he's going to drive the baseline off the glass, and it is good. And again, another chance to make it a three-point play. Or are they going to get Quinlan on the foul?
No, they're going to get number 10. That's Chandler McBrayer for this third foul and count the basket. 36-14. DJ Watley will check in at the next sound of the horn here. 2:04 to play, and he'll check into the ball game. Also, Diamond Paisley will go back in as Robertson and Smith come out of the ball game for the Bulldogs. All-around good effort for the Bulldogs here in this first half.
That missed free throw from Quinlan Cawthon, but he has 18 on the afternoon so far. Under 2 minutes to play here in the opening half. Cedartown High School basketball here on a Saturday afternoon against the Rebels. A turnover in the lane from Haralson County will give Cedartown the ball back. It's going to be Holiday to Cawthon. Cawthon, little floater from about 4 feet out, and Quinlan Cawthon just cannot be stopped. 38-14.
Well, and he's taller than anybody on the floor right now, and he's using that to his advantage.
It's going to be Cam to the right side. He's going to try to work around. They'll give it to number 22. Back outside to Rayshawn Smith. Smith pulls a three right in front of Holiday. No good. Rebounded by Aston Turner. He got fouled, but no call. They'll give it up to Holiday. Holiday on the other end. He's going to back it out from just inside the arc. No good. Rebounded by number 5, Jack Biggers. Biggers will bring it down the floor. He's going to try to work around Holiday. Zane Diamond Paisley almost knocks it away, and he gives it up to Aston Turner. But then it's knocked away from Turner by the Rebels, and then Holiday gets it back, and he's fouled, and it'll be on the floor.
Is that number 5? Yeah, that's Biggers, his second foul. And Cedartown is now to the limit as well, so it will be 2 at the line now for the Bulldogs for the rest of the period for only the 57 seconds that's left.
So Xavier Holiday should go to the free throw line to shoot 2. They're still getting things sorted out on the other end.
Thomas Robertson is set to check in for the Bulldogs at the next opportunity. Smiles from the bench for the Cedartown basketball team, and why not?
First shot on the way from Holiday. Hits off the front of the rim, but gets the momentum, and it is good.
Smith will also check into the ball game, as well as Thomas Robertson. Quinlan Cawthon's going to get the rest of the half off. And what a half he's had.
18 points in the first half.
About 40 for the Bulldogs in the first half. That free throw is good there from Holiday. And Holiday will take a rest for the rest of the half.
And I'll do some correction on my math, Andrew. It's 20 in the first half for Quinlan Cochran. So the big man responsible for half of the Bulldogs' points as they enjoy a 40-14 lead over the Rebels. Top of the key is Cam. Over to the right side, they're going to give it up to Biggers. Biggers is going to try to drive around Robertson. Heck of some defense there by Thomas Robertson, and they're going to get Biggers for the travel and the turnover, and that was all because of that defense in the lane by Thomas Robertson.
It's been like that all game. I mean, the Bulldogs have really dominated in all facets of the game.
Davion Smith off the inbounds. He's going to bring it across the timeline, right at the Bulldog logo. Right side to Robertson. Robertson pulls it down. He's going to try to drive. Now he'll give it up to Diamond Paisley. Diamond Paisley from the free throw line. Needs some help. They'll go to the right side to Watley. Watley's going to pull a long three. DJ Watley almost made it, but a three now on the way from Robertson, and that's no good. Rebound was made by Diamond Paisley to get it to Robertson, and now we've got a jump ball called.
Should be Cedartown ball.
DJ Watley.
Or they get him on a foul. Haven't seen the indication yet.
I saw two thumbs briefly, so I think they're just going to call the jump ball, which is probably the correct call despite the restlessness from the Haralson County crowd. The inbounds pass goes to Smith. Smith brings it across the timeline. Rayshawn Smith to the left side. He's going to go to Hudson. Watley will pick him up there. Now they'll go to Rayshawn Smith. Top of the key, he's going to try to drive the lane, and he splits a couple of defenders and does so. And he is fouled going up, so he'll go to the free throw line and shoot two, and they're going to get DJ Watley on the foul. Now, I'm not going to say that was a Christmas present, but I am going to say it's December the 16th.
Hey, it's 9 days away. You ready?
Look, I just dropped $400 at Dunham's this morning. If I'm not ready, I'm not going to get ready. First free throw attempt is off the back of the iron, no good.
That's actually my destination.
There's Kevin Myrick, the man, the myth, the legend, checking in with us here at the broadcast booth. Welcome to the Taj Mahal there, Mr. Myrick. Second free throw attempt is up, and it is good from Smith. So the score now goes to 40-15. In the final seconds of the first half, Davion Smith pulls a long three, and it is no good. I believe the kids would call that an air ball. And it happens with right at a second left to play. So Haralson County will have to catch and shoot, and they will, and it is off the back of the glass and no good. But the Cedartown Bulldogs with an impressive first half of play go to halftime with a 40-15 lead over the Haralson County Rebels. Andrew, let's take a 2-minute break, and then we'll come back and talk about some of that first half action. You're listening to Cedartown High School basketball here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA, back after this 2-minute break.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, two Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Livewire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown and 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Welcome back to the Doghouse. Your score at the half: Cedartown 40 and Haralson County 15. Some of these basketball games we've done, Sam, sometimes a 40 number is in the final score. But the Bulldogs have exploded for offense, and defense has only held Haralson County to only 15 points in that first half, and in the kind of evenly spread, I guess, in the points allowed for the Bulldogs, Haralson County, first and second quarter. But one other thing that I was thinking as we were ending that first half, Sam, was that the Bulldogs put together 2 consecutive quarters of dominating play. Not just dominating play, but good play on defense, good play on offense, good ball handling. That's something we've been lacking these past few games that we've fallen short on.
It was 2 complete quarters on both sides of the basketball, and it's not just from your starting 5, but it was also from some of your bench players.
Right.
Zane Diamond Paisley coming in. He's got 7 points on the afternoon, and all 7 came in that second period of play. But the unquestionable dominating force of this game so far has been Quinlan Cawthorn and the big man's ability to get open down low, and when he's not open, to use his body to move people out of his way and make it to where he's able to get up and get a clean shot. 20 points on the afternoon so far for the big man Quinlan Cawthorn. That is half of the Bulldogs' points and 5 more than the entire Haralson County team put together. But
that's incredible.
That's just something that we've been expecting, though, because Cawthorn has played outstanding ball in, several of the games that we've played. There's only been 1 or 2 where he's really had kind of an off day and wasn't able to get anything working down low, and that's when he was either A, matched up against somebody that was bigger than him, or B, when we played one of those smaller teams that would run a full court press constantly, that we would have difficulty breaking and difficulty bringing the ball down and getting it in, into our front court. Other than that, we've seen this type of play out of Cawthorn before, just not with the success. But Quinlan with 20 points on the afternoon so far. Hayden Rittenhouse had 2 big threes there in the first period of play. He had the first basket of the afternoon, actually, that gave the Bulldogs a 3-0 lead. He's been kind of quiet in that second period. He has 3 fouls, so we should see him some more in this second half, but understandable why we didn't see him a lot in the second half of play. Xavier Holiday doing exactly what Xavier Holiday does. He's got 7 points on the afternoon so far as well, and that is your Bulldog 40 points. 19 of those points came in the first period, 21, of course, coming in the second. For Haralson County, it's just a slow start. Jake Biggers is the leading scorer. He's got 7 on the afternoon so far, 5 points coming from him in the first period. Those would be the only 5 points that the Rebels would score, and then a total of 10 points for the team coming in the second period of play, with a couple of guys chiming in with a 3 there from Matthew Hudson and a couple other baskets. But just like you said, Andrew, it's something that we have not seen in a long time, and even going back to last year, 2 back-to-back complete quarters of play that the Dogs were able to score points but also play, really good defense to limit some of the damage that was done. So that's your score at the half. It's 40-15, and we've got some bowl games. Well, it is football season.
If I may add real quick before we move on to bowls, I wanted to mention Haralson County is not a bad team. They opened up the regular season with 3 straight wins. We didn't get to say this at the beginning of the broadcast because we were kind of rushed to get on. They beat Ramburn, Alabama, 61-51 their first game. Beat Pepperell 72-65, so they scored a lot of points in that game. They beat Mount Zion 58-50 in a close matchup. Lost to North Murray 71-56. Beat Bowden 67-62, and then have lost their last 2 to Model 71-36. I'm sorry, 71-36 the score there. And Gordon Central, they lost that one 67-53. And those, of course, North Murray, Model, and Gordon Central region games as well. So the Bulldogs it's not just it's not just that you're playing a team that's not that good. The Bulldogs are playing that good.
Well, and you would expect that maybe in every game except for that model game that this Haralson County offense had more than 15 points in the first half. So that also goes to show again how good that this Bulldog defense is playing. But just a great job all the way around for our Bulldog basketball team this afternoon. Bowl games in action right now. Jacksonville State and Louisiana in the New Orleans Bowl. They're tied at 7 apiece with just a little bit left in that first quarter of play. Florida A&M leads Howard in a tight one in the Cricket Celebration Bowl, 17-16.
So that one's in Atlanta, isn't it? I believe it is, isn't it?
I have no idea.
I think it is. And then earlier today, Ohio blew out Georgia Southern 41-21 in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. That was at Coastal Carolina, and tough game for Georgia Southern. Other bowl games in action today, Sam. We've got App State playing Miami of Ohio, Fresno State and New Mexico State later on this afternoon in the New Mexico Bowl. The LA Bowl will feature UCLA and Boise State. Texas Tech and Cal will play later on this afternoon in the Independence Bowl as well. So a full slate of bowl games here on this Saturday.
Yes, it is, but we've got right at 2 minutes left before we start the second half of play here at the Doghouse. The Bulldogs lead Haralson County 40-15. We will be back after this 90-second break here on the home of Cedartown Bulldogs basketball, the Big AA.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
The score is 40-13 as we begin the second half of play. Cedartown Bulldogs dominating the Haralson County Rebels here in this last single game before the Christmas tournaments will begin. Next week, Cedartown will be playing a tournament. We will not be able to cover any of those games, but we will be back for the Haralson County tournament post-Christmas, and we'll have more details on that later.
Off the inbounds pass, the Bulldogs will have it to start the second half of play, and it's going to be Xavier Holiday. He's going to go to the left side, far side to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse over here to the near side to Watley. Watley's going to give it to Johnson on the baseline. Work it underneath to Quinlan Cothran in the lanes. Spin off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Rebels. It's going to be Rayshawn Smith for Haralson County. He's going to bring it down the court if he can get around Holiday, and he does to the left side, but then Holiday is there to pick it away, but Haralson County picks up the loose ball. Cam over to the right side. Now, three-pointer on the way from Biggers, and that is good from Jack Biggers.
Yeah, they strike first. It's 40-18 now after that three.
Holiday, far or near side, and it is poked away out of bounds. Last touch by Smith, so Cedartown will get the ball back right in front of their bench.
Tough defense there by Haralson County there. They're not giving up the ghost by any means.
DJ Watley off the inbounds in the backcourt. Now they'll work it to the front court to Holiday. Now to Cothran. Cothran from the free throw line. Left side to Rittenhouse. He pulls a three, and it is long, but Xavier Holiday is there for the putback.
42-18 after that rebound and lay-in there from Holiday.
Rayshawn Smith, left side. It's going to be Biggers top of the key. Now they'll go to Cam on the left wing. Now they're going to try to work it down low to Rutherford. Rutherford has it knocked away, but he was able to get it out. And it's going to be Cam over to the right side to Biggers. Now to the right side wing. Now they're going to work it back to the middle of the floor. Rutherford loses it. Loose ball. And we've got a jump ball called. Jack Biggers went to the floor with it, and Cedartown was able to tie it up, so it forces the jump ball, but it will stay with the Rebels. That comes with right at 6:44 left to play. Inbounds pass on the way, and they're going to get it to Cam. Cam over to the top of the key. Now they'll go to the left side to Rayshawn Smith. Smith, left side, three on the way, and that one is good from Chandler McBrayer.
Suddenly they're hitting threes, and they're outscoring us pretty big time here. 6-2 here in this second half.
Over to the left side. Watley to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse drives the baseline. Shot was no good. And McBrayer comes away with it.
Well, Rittenhouse
got
fouled and no call there on that play.
We've seen that a few times this afternoon so far. Three on the way from Rayshawn Smith, and that one is long off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound by Rutherford and stuffed by Quinlan Cothran. He said, thanks for playing. You can check your coat at the door.
That was a clean block there by Quinlan Cothran. Great job.
Inbounds pass coming from McBrayer. They get it into Cam. Now the top side to Rutherford. Rutherford near the top of the key. Now the left side. Now they'll work it back to Smith. He's going to try to drive. Has to kick out. No, he will take a shot. No good, but he tracks down his own rebound. The second attempt, no good. Rebound by Cothran. Cothran pulls down to Watley. DJ Watley near side. He's going to work back to the middle of the floor. In and out of traffic. Pause for a moment. The little floater is no good. He tracked down his own rebound and throws it in, but it's going to be Smith. Rayshawn Smith, coast to coast. Give up to Cam. The little floater, no good. Rebound by Hayden Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse will give it up to Holiday. Holiday, far side now to Cothran. Cothran, spin, 360 in the lane, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound by DJ Watley. He's fouled. And we will get that call, but it was before DJ went up to shoot, so it'll be on the floor.
It's going to be on number 10, Chandler McBrayer, with his fourth foul. So he's in foul trouble now for the Rebels.
Holiday off the inbounds pass. Wide open Isaiah Johnson, and he missed it off the back glass. Rebounded by Holiday. The putback is no good. Rebounded by McBrayer. A wasted opportunity there.
Two easy baskets the Dogs could have gotten there, and we couldn't get them either one to go. And Haralson County down on the other end.
Cam on the top of the key. Now he'll go outside to Rutherford. He's going to fire a three. That's a flat shot. No good. Rebounded by Watley. Watley's going to give it up to Holiday. Holiday far side. He's going to be met by two Haralson County defenders at the half court, but he gets to the Watley right side. Rittenhouse three, no good. And we've got a foul called.
It's going to be on the Bulldogs.
Nope, it's going to be against Haralson County.
They originally said on Cedartown, but they changed the call. It's going to be on number 12, rather. That's Sky Rutherford on his second foul.
So Rutherford will come out after picking up foul number 2, and Cedartown will get it back with just under 5 minutes to play. Inbounds pass coming from Holiday. Holiday. Tried to get it to Cothran, but it's knocked away, and it's Rayshawn Smith with it. He's going to take it down, and the layup is no good. Rebound, and the putback was no good, and Isaiah Johnson gets the rebound, and he's fouled on the other end.
No, I think they're going to get – no, you're right. It is a foul on Haralson County. I thought they were going to call the foul on Cedartown, but it's on their number 5, Jack Biggers, with his third.
And I've got team foul number 3 on Haralson County. Over to the left side. They're going to go to Watley. Watley wants to work it down low to Cothran, and he will. Cothran on the baseline. He tries to take it to the lane. It's knocked away, but Rittenhouse is there.
Yeah, they finally
And I
called
believe that number 10, Chandler McBrayer, is going to take advantage of the check out early policy, and he's going to get to watch the rest of the game from the cheap seats. I've got number 5 on him.
I think they called Hudson.
No, they did not. They called Hudson. You are right. So McBrayer will live to fight another day.
Yeah, they called number 2, Matthew Hudson, on the foul that time, I do believe. Hayden Rittenhouse at the line for 2. And
I saw him hold up both hands, though, but there's only one player on the floor with double-digit numbers, and that is McBrayer. But Rittenhouse's first free throw attempt is up, and it is good. And it's now 43-21. I don't know. They don't know. They're subbing in and out. They can't make up their minds. McBrayer, nonetheless, will come out. And number 22 will check in. Second one on the way from Rittenhouse. Rattles around, and it is good. So Hayden Rittenhouse stretches it out to a 44-21 lead with 4.5 left to play here in the third period. Over to the right side, it's going to be Biggers. Biggers, they're going to give it up to Cam. Cam's going to try to drive around Isaiah Johnson. Has to back it out. Top of the key. He's going to work to his right. The handoff goes to Hudson, right back to Cam. Long three on the way, and Cam is able to make it from beyond the arc.
It's back to a 20-point game now, 44-24.
Quinlan Cawthron right from the free throw line off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by the Rebels. It's going to be Cam Nakatis over to the left side to Smith. Smith's going to give it up to Biggers. Biggers is going to try to drive around, and he is called for the travel. We'll take it.
No doubt.
All day long and twice on Saturdays.
I thought that maybe we got away with one there, but the Dogs will certainly take that one with 3:53 to go here, and Holiday will bring it down the floor, and he hands it now to DJ.
Watley, far side, brings it across the timeline. He's going to split two defenders, loses it, picks it back up, gives it to Rittenhouse, who just kisses it ever so sweetly off the back glass.
46-24.
Rayshawn Smith on the near side. Going to try to work it down low. Bad pass picked up by Quinlan Cawthron. Cawthron feeds ahead to Holiday. Holiday's going to take it off the glass. No good. Cawthron is there for the rebound. He wanted the two-handed jam put back, but he has to settle for the little one-handed layup off the back of the glass, and that's Quinlan's first basket of the second period, or the second half, I should say.
Thought X might have been fouled as he was going up for his shot, but no call that time.
That three was no good. It was blocked by Cawthron, and on the other end, Cawthron with it, and quickly he's got 4 points in the second half, 50-24.
Dogs have crossed the half-century mark.
Over to the right side, it's going to be Hudson. Hudson feeds to Cam. Cam, little floater, can't get that to go. Isaiah Johnson there for the backside rebound, and it's going to be Xavier Holiday. Near side, splits a couple of defenders, loses it. Oh, DJ Watley thought he had it, but Cam is there for the steal, and he'll take it down, and the shot is no good. The putback by Hudson is no good, and Watley is there to clean it up with the rebound. Bulldogs basketball. Rittenhouse on the other end. Baseline, thought about a jumper. Kick out to Cawthron. Cawthron drives, 360 spin, and he is fouled as he goes up. And Quinlan Cawthron will go to the free throw line once again.
Let's see who they get. I think they're going to get number 5. He will be number 5. Jack Biggers on his 4th foul, so another Haralson County defender in foul trouble.
So Quinlan Cawthron once again back to the free throw line. First shot is up, and it is good. Subs coming in for the Dogs. Rittenhouse will come out, and Isaiah Johnson will come out, and it's going to be Aston Turner and Zane Diamond Paisley checking in for the Dogs. 51-24. Andrew Carter, the Bulldogs with a big lead here with just under 2.5 to play in the third. Shot on the way from Cawthron. Off the front of the rim, no good, but rebounded by the Rebels.
And that's after kind of starting slow here in the third period. Dogs have turned it back on.
A very slow start, really, for the Dogs compared to what they were able to do in the first 2 quarters of play. On the other end, though, it's the Rebels. Cam from three-point land thought about it. One, pulled it down, gives to Rutherford. Rutherford has to back it out. He'll go to Cam in the corner. Now they'll go all the way to the other side to number 13, which is Matthew Horton. He'll give over number 55. That little baseline floater is no good, and Zane Diamond Paisley there for the rebound. He's going to push it up the floor for the Dogs. Now to Holiday. Near side, takes it all the way, and he is mugged from about 4 feet out in the lane, and he'll go to the free throw line again and shoot 2.
Yeah, 55 hit him hard. And to the line is Holiday. You take away the 3-pointers that Haralson County has hit today, I mean, they may not be above 10 points.
First one from Holiday, thought about it, wanted to, just couldn't commit.
They've made several from beyond the arc, but not a whole lot from down low.
And the second one from Holiday is good. And you are right, Andrew. That has really been the only light to this Haralson County offense has been some of their ability to hit from beyond the arc. Everything else has been very tough to come by underneath for this Rebels basketball team. Cam with it on the outside, working at the top of the key. He's going to hand it off to Rutherford, who then gives off to Hudson. Hudson, he's going to try to drive the baseline, and he is fouled. He and Zane Diamond Paisley went up together, and they're going to call Diamond Paisley for the foul. Nope. They're going to get DJ Watley. Okay. So that's going to be Watley's second.
Hayden Rittenhouse is going to check back in here in a moment.
That's going to send Matthew Hudson to the free throw line for the first time this afternoon. First free throw attempt is up and is off the back of the iron. No good. 52-24 is your score. Right at a minute and a half left to play here in the third period. I hope our mic was able to pick that up, but if not, Coach Cherry was telling all the guys, all right, DJ's coming off, everybody get up, get up, get up. And that's what you want to see. Second one is up and no good. And it was a lane violation called on the shooter, so it would have been waved off anyways, and Cedartown will get the ball back. I think we can say, Andrew, that although the records may not reflect it yet in the season, both coaching changes has been a breath of fresh air into this Cedartown basketball program. And we've got a foul on the floor as Quinlan Cothran was working his way towards the basket, and they're going to get number 1, Cam Nakatis, for the foul, and that's going to be his first.
You know, Sam, we mean that with the utmost respect to all parties involved, but it's just, you're seeing a different strategy, a different feeling, a different just whole atmosphere in this place.
And I think we can also confidently say that Quinlan Cothran's first one is good, but, you know, Coach Wigley had a very young team and a very inexperienced team, and he was doing some good with that group of girls, but it was just taking a little longer than they thought as Quinlan connects, and it takes it to 54-24, Bulldogs with a 30-point lead. But Benji Frazier had been here for decades and had done some fantastic things with some really good basketball teams for this Cedartown squad, and just he had done some great things. So again, like you said, with the utmost respect and you know, thankfulness, I think, to both of those coaches for what they were able to do. But like you said, it's a different feel with a different coaching change, and that happens quite a bit. As Haralson County fires a three, and it's no good. It's rebounded by Xavier Holiday. He'll bring it down the floor for the Dogs. Going to drive the baseline, kiss it off the back glass, no good. Quinlan Cothran goes up to fight for the rebound. He gets it. The putback is no good. Holiday with it again, and he has it ripped away. Loose ball. And it's going to be a struggle for it. And they're still looking for it. And it's going to be off of Haralson County to be Cedartown basketball. So a tough battle for it there on the hardwoods, and Cedartown is the benefactor of it, and we've got some subs coming in for the Rebels. They're going to bring in three fresh bodies. It's going to be Rayshawn Smith, and it's going to be Jack Biggers checking back in, and a number 34, who could be Jesse Baggett Jr. It could be Jay Pine. We don't know which one, though.
Going to have a foul call down low before the shot was made.
And I think it's going to be on the number 34, whichever one that may be. And it will send Cothran to the free throw line again tonight. Quinlan has made 3 trips here in this third period of play, and he's 3 for 4.
The last one he made put it to a 30-point lead. That one's up and in to make it a 31-point lead, 55-24.
Cothran will get set for his second free throw attempt. And that one is up and off the front of the rim, no good, and it is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Cedartown, so it will be Haralson County basketball. And just, again, to say this, and then I'll move on from it, but to see the reception that Coach Benji Frazier got last Saturday from our Bulldog fans as well as the players and the coaching staff, that just shows you how much love and respect those guys have for Coach Frazier.
Well, and he's family.
Yes, he is, and he always will be.
Yes.
Always will be. On the other end, Haralson County missed it. Cedartown came away with it. Cothran would drive it. Shot was no good. Aston Turner with a shot that was blocked. And they're going to give it to Zane Diamond Paisley. Paisley's shot no good. Rebounded by the Rebels. They're going to give it up to number 4, Rayshawn Smith. Smith on the far side. He'll bring it across the timeline. And he's going to try to drive. Last second shot is up, and it is good. Rayshawn Smith gets the floater to go. But we will go to the fourth period of play with a big lead. Cedartown leads 55-26 back after this 60-second break here on the Big AA.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Hayden Rittenhouse for the Bulldogs off the inbounds pass, and we are underway in this fourth period of play here at home as the Bulldogs try to get their first home win of the season, and Xavier Holiday is there for the basket.
I think it's almost a foregone conclusion at this point. Bulldogs looking for that second win as well. And looks like Coach Cherry's about to sub in some new guys here, and that's a stoppage of play on looks like a foul away from the ball.
Jack Biggers had it, and he was fouled by Hayden Rittenhouse, so Hayden will pick up his fourth, and we've got a lot of subs coming in for Cedartown. It's going to be Davion Smith. It's going to be Colton Prather. It's going to be Dakota Prather. It's going to be Thomas Robertson. And the only one that we're going to leave is Zane Diamond Paisley. So all of our starters are out, as the Bulldogs have a 57-26 lead with right at 7.5 left to play here in the fourth period. So that did not take long at all, and Coach Cherry is making the changes. Over to the left side, it's going to be Hudson. Haralson County still with their starting five. Is going to drive the lane. No good. Rebound underneath by Dakota Prather. He's going to give it up to Colton Prather. Prather over to the right side to Robertson. Robertson's going to drive the baseline. Moves his man out of the way. Takes it to the basket. Shot was just off its mark. Rebounded by Haralson County. Here come the Rebels with it. It's going to be Biggers. Biggers over to the right side to Smith. Smith from the wing. He's going to pull it down, and he's going to give it back to Biggers. Now they'll work to the left side to Hudson. Hudson tries to give it across to number 34, but it is just off of his fingertips, and it's going to roll out of bounds on the far side of the court. Cedartown basketball. I love an unforced turnover.
Especially when it's not in the red and black.
That's right. The inbounds pass will go to Davion Smith. Smith will bring it across the timeline for the Dogs, right at the Bulldog logo. Top of the key, now he's going to work to his left side. Gets the call in from Coach Cherry. Now they'll start making adjustments, and they'll give to Zane Diamond Paisley. He's going to try to work around Rutherford. He'll give it up to Thomas Robertson. Robertson to Dakota Prather. Back to Colton Prather. Top of the key. He's going to drive the lane. Takes it all the way to the glass, and it's up and in from Colton Prather.
Nice. Good job there by Colton, able to get that one to go in. 59-24, and this young group looking good.
Jack Biggers, top of the key. Bulldog logo working to his right. He's going to pull it down. They'll give it to Rutherford. Now they'll feed to the lane. They have to kick out to Rayshawn Smith, who's going to try to drive baseline. They'll kick out three on the way, and it is long. And we've got a foul. I think they're going to get it on number 2 for Haralson County, and they will.
Yeah, he was leaning over Thomas Robertson, I believe, and kind of hit him on the head. Robertson coming down. That'll be the second foul. And the Dogs will get it back with 6:14 to go in the ball game. In command, 59-24.
With that foul, Matthew Hudson will check out. Inbounds pass will be given to Davion Smith. They're going to get the play called in as he brings it across the timeline for the Bulldogs. Over to the right side to Prather. Prather going to work back to the top of the key. Thomas Robertson gives it back to Colton Prather. Now they'll get back to Robertson. Robertson, a three on the way from the wing, no good. Knocked away by Dakota Prather, but it goes to a Rebel, and it's going to be number 1, Cam. Cam's going to give it up to Smith. Smith, top of the key, back to Cam. They want to work to the right side. They'll get it to Rutherford. Rutherford going to get it back to the top of the key to Cam. Cam's going to try to do the give and go, but it's taken away by Robertson. Thomas Robertson's going to bring it down the floor for the Bulldogs. Post up from the right wing, gives it to Prather. Prather going to back it out. He's going to fire a three, and it's going to be off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Rebels.
I like it. Why not?
Rayshawn Smith across the timeline for the Rebels. Top of the key. Now they'll go to the right side to Rutherford. Subs getting ready to come in for the Dogs. Left side. 3 on the way from Rayshawn Smith is no good, but he tracks down his own rebound. Loose ball. He tries to take it back. Second effort, no good. Dakota Prather with the rebound. Gives it ahead to Colton. Prather has to pull it down and tries to give it to Dakota, but they're going to get him. They're going to get him for the travel.
And he did. Looks like Taji Neal, the senior, about to check in for the Bulldogs. He'll check in for Diamond Paisley, so it looks like his day might be done. And Taji Neal will be in there.
Comes with right at 5 minutes left to play. And it's going to be Rayshawn Smith over to the left side to Cam. Cam's going to work to the top of the key. Now he's going to go to the right side. Back down top of the key, number 34. The give off to Rutherford. Back to Cam. Cam on the wing. Now back to the top of the key. Again, they'll work underneath the Rutherford. Rutherford runs into the Prather brothers, and he has to give it up to Smith. Smith just heaves it up, and Rayshawn Smith is able to get that one to go. 59-28, Davion Smith on the far side. He's going to drive it coast to coast in the lane, and he is fouled. The shot was no good, but the freshman Bulldog will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. They get number 34, and that, I believe, is going to be his second. I don't have enough room to write everybody on my score sheet that Haralson County has listed on their roster, so we're just going to have to go with it. First one is up and good from Davion. That's his first points of the afternoon, and that stretches it out to a 60-28 lead. Andrew, I said it there at the top of the broadcast. These mid-afternoon Saturday games, when there's not a girls' game and there's not a Friday night game, can sometimes catch teams sleeping. Well, I tell you who wasn't asleep, and that's our Bulldogs. That one rolls in and out, and it's no good. So it'll stay 60-28, but what a performance this afternoon by this Bulldog squad. Going to pick up their second win of the season and their first home win of the 2023-2024 campaign. And Biggers tried to go to the lane with it, and they're going to call him for the travel because he went to the floor with it, but Colton Prather was right there. He was going to take it from him regardless, but Cedartown will now get a chance to inbound it and a stoppage in play, and they're going to have some subs coming in for the Rebels. Approaching 4 minutes left to play. Again, Cedartown will be in action in a tournament up at Gordon Lee. We will not broadcast those games, but we will be back in action when we go south as Dakota Prather tries to get that one to go. Loose ball out of bounds. Last touch by the Rebels. It'll stay Cedartown basketball, but we will be back on the air when we go south to Haralson County to broadcast from the legendary Haralson County Christmas Tournament. And then January is slap full of Bulldogs basketball. You'll be able to hear us and see us quite a bit as we don't get it in time, so it'll be a turnover. But just an array of games, and, of course, we will be getting into region play once January starts as well. It's going to be another tough region road for this Bulldog basketball team to navigate, but you expect to come away with a couple of wins in region play if we continue to play as well as we have this afternoon.
There's no doubt about it. And the Bulldogs, I believe, will have one more game with Heard County before the region schedule starts. And Haralson County takes it to the basket and up and in from Rutherford. And the foul call. No, it's going to be an offensive foul called or travel called on them. So that'll negate the score. And the Dogs will get the ball back. We play Heard County and then a rematch with East Paulding here at home. And the return of the aforementioned Coach Frazier to his the court he called home for many, many years.
Taji Neal with it. Going to try to get it to Smith. Smith is going to drive. Davion Smith can't get that one to go.
Looked pretty
Rebounded
good.
by the Rebels. So it's going to be Biggers with it over to the left side now. 3 on the way from Horton is no good. Rebounded by Colton Prather. He's going to drive down for the Bulldogs. Over to the left side to Robertson. Robertson from beyond the arc. He's going to go to Taji Neal. Neal wants to work it down low, and they get Taji for the Texas two-step. And he just kind of has to laugh because that's exactly right. But we will do the Haralson County tournament, and then we will play Heard County at home on January the 3rd. And then we actually start our region play that Friday on the 5th. We'll travel to Northwest Whitfield before coming home on Saturday and playing East Paulding. And then it is just a ton of region games after that. We're also going to sprinkle in a couple of games against Rockmart. Taji Neal with a 3 on the way. No good. I believe a Rebel got a hand on it, and it was off the front of the iron. No good. Haralson County comes away with it. Biggers with it on the other side, gives to Cam. Cam back to Biggers. Jack Biggers from the right corner. He's going to fire a three, and that one is up, and that one's good.
60-31 the score now with 2:18 to play. Do we have an inadvertent whistle or a timeout?
Yeah, the official thought that Coach Cherry was wanting a timeout, and he did not, and that's okay. And so we will go right back to work. We thought we were going to have a timeout, but we're not.
Maybe an official's timeout.
So first region game will be on the road at Northwest Whitfield on Friday, January the 9th, and then we will go on the road on January the 5th, and then Tuesday, January the 9th, will be on the road at Heritage. Home against Sonoraville on the 12th, and so, like you said, just a ton of region games. And we are going to have a timeout on the floor.
Let's stay here. I do want to finish one thing about the Haralson County tournament. The girls will play Bowden at 6 p.m. on the first day of the tournament, Wednesday, December 27th, and then a rematch with the Temple Tigers, 7:30 p.m. for the boys in the tournament as well. And we take a very quick timeout. Good thing we didn't take the time.
Look,
because they did about a...
That is why they pay you the big bucks, my friend.
Dream on, buddy.
Inbounds pass is going to come from Davion Smith right in front of the Bulldog bench. He's going to get it into Colton Prather in the backcourt. Prather will bring it across the timeline. Over to the right side to Smith. Smith's going to give it up to Taji Neal. Neal to Robertson. Robertson, he's going to drive baseline. 360 spin off the glass, and that's good from Thomas Robertson. Working down low.
Had a bunch of big guys in front of him, able to kind of weave his way through it and got open for that shot. 62-31.
They'll go to the left side to Rutherford. Rutherford going to kick out to Hudson. Hudson off the baseline, off the front of the rim, short, no good, but his second attempt is no good. Rebounded by Rutherford. Rutherford, and a whole lot of traffic, puts it on the deck, and it's Colton Prather that comes away with it. He gives to Dakota Prather. He gives to Smith. Smith tracking down, goes to Taji Neal. Neal on the wing, back to Smith. He kind of trips, has to pick it up, gives to Dakota Prather, who fires from straight away, and that one's no good off the front of the rim. He tried to hit that one from the bypass and was just a little bit short. Rutherford gives up to Hudson. Hudson on the right side. Now they'll go to number 34. He's going to try to hit it from the locker room, and it's no good. Rebounded by Davion Smith. Far side of the court, gives to Thomas Robertson. He tries to go around a defender, and he is fouled hard. And both players go to the floor, and both of them are hurting. That was a tough foul.
Ooh, I think
he's going to ask Santa Claus for his two front teeth back for Christmas.
I thought it was a little bit lower than that, honestly, but we'll go with two front teeth.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
Oh, I feel him. All right. Prather will send it inbounds to Diamond Paisley.
Back to Prather off the inbounds, approaching a minute to play.
Maybe
Thomas Robertson
maybe we
on the
need the
left
week
side.
off.
Maybe so. They're going to give it to Dakota Prather. He's going to turn 360 spin. Can't get that one to go. Rebounded by Rutherford. Rutherford for the Rebels will push it up the floor. Now he's going to go to number 22. He's going to fire a three. No good. It is short. Loose ball is going to be tracked down by Rutherford in the corner. He's going to try to work around Prather, but Colton Prather is there for the steal. He's going to go ahead to Zane Diamond Paisley. Diamond Paisley with the one-handed attempt, and it's no good. The young man trying to put an exclamation point on this one. Rutherford on the other end. His shot is no good. Rebounded by Haralson County. They'll pass back out. It's going to be Horton. Horton goes over. Three on the way from the Rebels. Straight away, it's no good. Rebounded by Dakota
Prather. I would love for another chance.
They're going to give it back to Diamond Paisley. He's got all day. Oh, no, and he missed it again. He missed it again. Now on the other end, it's Cam. Long three on the way, and that one is good.
That's going to be it, 62-34, unless we get one more, yeah.
And we are not. Coach Cherry says put that one in your pocket. That's going to do it. My goodness, what a game, what a finish for this Bulldog team. They pick up their second win of the season, their first win here at home, and it is 62-34. We'll take a 60-second break and come back and wrap this one up. You're listening to Cedartown Basketball here on the home of the Dogs, the Big AA.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Welcome back to the Doghouse. Your final score is Cedartown 62 and Haralson County 34. The Bulldogs had control of this ball game from the get-go and never relinquished it. The Bulldogs able to kind of bring in some of their young guys and some of the bench players to finish out the ball game, and it was just a dominating performance by the Bulldogs. Good to see after a couple of struggles here in the last several games for the Bulldogs, and they go into the Christmas tournaments on a strong note, taking down the Haralson County Rebels, who were a game over 500 now, at 504. The Bulldogs improved to 2-3 on the season.
Quinlan Cawthon, the leading scorer for Cedartown, just a dominating performance. He finishes the afternoon with 28 points, 20 of those coming in the first half of play. Xavier Holiday doing Xavier Holiday things, finishes the afternoon with 12. Hayden Rittenhouse, a big game for that young man, finishing the day with 10 points. Zane Diamond Paisley, one of those young Bulldogs, finishes the afternoon with 7 points. And then you had Colton Prather, Thomas Robertson, both finishing the afternoon with 2. And Davion Smith, with a single trip to the free throw line, was able to connect on one of the 2 and finish the afternoon with 1 point. So again, Cedartown finishes things off against Haralson County here by picking up a win at home, their first win at home of the season, 62-34. As we previously mentioned, the Bulldogs will be back in action for the tournament at Gordon Lee that we will not broadcast, but that first game will be on Wednesday, December the 20th. It shows at Gordon Lee, against Gordon Lee. The girls will tip off at 7 p.m. and the boys will tip off at 8:30. They will then be back in action to be determined, of course, on Thursday and Friday, the 21st and the 22nd. Then they will take a couple of days off for the Christmas break before heading into the Haralson County tournament beginning on Wednesday, December the 27th. So, Andrew Carter, that is the next time that you and I will be back with the good folks here on the Big AA for Cedartown High School basketball. Of course, you can catch Sports Talk, though, Monday through Friday at all the times of the news, and I'll be bringing you some of those scores throughout and also updating you on bowl scores as we are right in the middle of bowl season. Of course, our beloved Jacksonville State Gamecocks in action in their first bowl game against Louisiana in the New Orleans Bowl, and they are still tied at 7 apiece, getting ready to go into halftime.
I may have to tune in to Mike Paris on the way home.
A phenomenal performance by our boys this afternoon. Of course, if you missed it, the girls did not play. JV did, but just a varsity boys game this afternoon. So if you're trying to figure out what the score of the girls game was, well, you can make one up. That is your Christmas present from us, because they did not play this afternoon. But just a great way to kind of wrap things up before going into tournament play for the Dogs. Getting a win and seeing Quinlan Cawthon do the things that we've expected him to be able to do and wanted to see him do all season. He was able to do that this afternoon here at the Doghouse.
He did a great job, and really the whole team did. You see the score, you think offense, but you also have to take the defense for the Bulldogs. Quinlan Cawthon doing it on both sides of the ball, defensively and offensively speaking, getting a lot of rebounds and blocking.
That defense has held Haralson County to the fewest points they have scored all season long. Previously in that loss against Model, they scored 36. Today we hold them to 34. So that tells you exactly what you're talking about, how well that defense played.
That's right, absolutely. Well, this will be it for us here until after Christmas for Cedartown High School basketball. So for Sam Branch, I'm Andrew Carter. For Ethan back at the radio station and Joseph on camera tonight.
Joseph!
Yeah.
Our good buddy Joseph Bailey back on the camera. I love to see it.
Yeah. Folks, hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Of course, I'll be on the radio with you next week. So be sure you tune in to all the great programming on the Big AA. Have a great weekend, folks. God bless. Your final score, Cedartown Bulldogs 62 and the Haralson County Rebels 34.